die, you won't care. Because you'll be dead. This ain't you, bro. You, bro. This ain't you. You weren't born like this. You won't die. And if you do die, you won't care. Because you'll be dead. Best case, you win. Worst case, it won't matter. There's no luck in this game, man. There may be a little bit of luck, but the luck happens after you bust your ass. And you put yourself in that lucky situation.
Good
Luck
morning.
didn't happen. You put yourself in that situation where luck might fucking happen. And that's what people don't know.
If you believe it, if you really believe that you could be something, if you have that little voice in your head saying, hey, you got talent, you could do this, then follow that voice.
Fuck your motivation. Fuck your motivation. You need discipline. Because motivation's not there every day. I'm missing motivation most days.
Wow,
Some
really?
days, yeah, sometimes I got motivation.
Come on.
Some days I'm like, fuck yeah, today I felt good. I can't wait to get to the gym. But a lot of days, like, gotta get to the gym. And then once I get going, then I feel great. Yeah, I feel great when it's over. But it's that beginning part that's hard because your body wants to stay comfortable.
I'd like to wish us
Your
all
body
a happy
trick you, like, man,
Thursday.
today you should take the day off, Theo. You don't feel good. Theo,
Alright,
did you get like
babe.
6 hours sleep last night? That's not enough.
I
It's
didn't
so
sleep
easy to
much
be great
last night,
nowadays,
bro.
my friend, because most people are weak. Most people don't want to go to that extra mile. Most people don't want to find that extra because it sucks. It's miserable. It's lonely.
It's easy to give up. You know, it's the easiest thing in the world to do. I'm done. I ain't going. I ain't
I
gonna keep
listen to
going.
this in the
I'm
morning,
going
bro.
for
It
I'm
helps
done.
me, you know.
It's easy. It's very easy. But what's hard is going, yo, yesterday I got nothing from working as hard as I could. Nothing happened from that. I'm going to do the same thing again today, but I'm going to try to go harder.
Oh,
That's the
no
hardest thing in the
shit,
world.
mate.
To get up every day and give 100%
I'm going fishing in a little
be in the
bit
same
again.
position that you were
Catch a
each day,
couple
but mentally
for the
know that
team.
you're trying and trying and trying. That's a real grind.
How bad do you want this? If it's as bad as you want to live or breathe or
Dave
sleep, whatever the
Goggins,
hell it may
yeah.
be, I can work with you. But a lot of people, most people don't want it that badly, which is why they always ask the question, man, how did you get to where you are? You know how to do it. You know exactly how to be you or how to be me. You don't want to do it.
Like, I want to see what you do when you're tired. Let me see how you push yourself. Come on, man. Get up. Get up again tomorrow. Get up again tomorrow. Get up again tomorrow. The next day. Get up. Get up. Get up. Get up. Keep going. How long can you maintain a positive attitude?
There's no hacks, bro. It's you against you. You against you. And if you misunderstand that, you have a real problem. You wake up, right to work. Action. No one wants to do that. No one. And I don't blame them. But don't be mad. When you're laying there in your fucking bed, and you're in the fucking hospital, and you're 70, 80, 90 years old, and you're thinking, man, I feel like I didn't fucking do something. Because you did. You didn't do it. You didn't do shit. You may have lived a great life, man, but you're always gonna feel empty inside. I don't feel empty.
The life you want is on the other side of a few hard conversations, and you're living a life you hate because you're too afraid to have them.
I think about that a lot.
Hard times create hard men. Hard men create soft times. Soft times create soft men. Soft men create hard times. We are now around soft men and hard times.
There's a moment when every boy realizes no one's coming to save him. And that's when he becomes a man. And some boys never get there and stay children forever.
You should be a monster. He said you should be a monster, you should be ruthlessly ambitious, and then learn how to control it. And it's that old expression, it's better to be a warrior in a garden than a gardener in a war.
Look at how good you are on anything. You don't have discipline, you ain't nobody.
Right.
You're nothing without discipline, because you give up under the slightest struggle without discipline.
100%.
Tell me discipline is doing what you hate to do, but do it like you love it.
Doing what you hate to do, but do it like you love it. That is a great quote.
I'm gonna have setbacks, I know.
But if I'm feeling bad, that doesn't mean I'm doing bad. That doesn't mean I am bad. That doesn't mean that I can't still take some action.
Anyway, how's your morning going?
Because, yeah, nothing changes and nothing changes, man.
I hope you're
It's time to
all
get
well.
back to work. Stop hearing yourself talk. Get off the podcast. Don't be on social media too much. Cut out all the fucking noise. Get back to the fucking mental lab.
I'd say one of the strongest mental frames that has got me through my hardest times is thinking this will be the story that I will one day tell. And that means the harder it is, the bigger the dragon, the more epic the story, and by consequence, the more epic the hero.
The fear is never reaching your potential.
That's it.
That always falling short, always quitting before you're done, always procrastinating, always not doing the right thing. And then one day you're an old man.
Yep.
And you look back and go, God, I could have been great.
Yep.
I could have been great.
It's time to stay focused. It's time to decide, fuck clubs, fuck partying, fuck trying to fit in and socialize, rub elbows with everybody so people can stop calling you weird. Why are you so antisocial?
Anyway, gives a number.
Because I'm trying to get it.
Between 1
Why
and
are you
10.
staying on the basketball court so much? Because I'm trying to get it. Why are you out there practicing in the hot sun when ain't nobody else out there? Because I'm trying to get it. Why are you not clubbing like every time I text you and invite you to go do something fun and cool, you always studying? Because I'm trying to get it. Let me tell you something, homie. These women ain't going nowhere. These clubs, these parties, all this shit ain't going nowhere. The more weird you are is a reflection of how committed you are to focusing on your shit, molding and shaping and developing your ideas and your craft so that when it's time for you to make your rounds, you gon' fly.
People only root for people who don't need it. Like, the amount of times when I was on my lonely path where I was too different from the friends that I had, but not successful enough to be friends with the people that I wanted to be friends with.
Can't beat it.
That's when you want people to root for you. That's when you want people to support you. Once you've already won, people are like, he's amazing, he's so good. But like, that's the time when you need it the least. And so you always have to be the person who roots for you before everyone else does. And it's usually a single clap in the auditorium for a very long period of time. It is a slow clap that's just you rooting for you. And that visual, I think, is one that you can kind of take because it is... People struggle to do things alone. And the path of the exceptional person is one of an exception, which means that you are not with other people. And rather than fighting that or bemoaning it, see it as an indicator that you're on the right path. Because if everyone else were cheering you on, then it means you're not in the right place, because it means you're just like everyone else, and that's not where you want to be.
Life isn't fair at all. At all. So what are you going to do about it?
I listen to
I knew
this.
that
He
no one was
helped me.
coming back to help me. No one's going to miracle me to be somebody.
Mousy.
Only thing that
And
gets
if you're
us
not
through
just a
life.
Mousy channel,
I
guys,
was
can
an
you go do it,
underdog.
please? Thank you.
We're all underdogs in life. Even the baddest person in the world think that way. So you should always...
Now, it's like there's a few Dublin lads that like are at the start of their YouTube journey, and I'd like to help them, you know, and I'm only one channel. But I'll do my best. Like I said, I want to see these. Look. Jordan needs 20 subs, right? So he can go live, right? Jono needs another 10 and he's on 100, right? And Jay is on 44. You understand? That's another 3 Irish channels. You know, you'll get it eventually. You know, nobody on YouTube's going to help you. But I believe that I need to help a few people. I'm that guy to help a few people grow their channel.
Mentality.
Why not?
And the can't hurt me mentality is no matter where you come from, the sewer or wherever you think you're from. When I got out of the sewer, I got to the road and looked around and said, can't hurt me. Nothing should be able to hurt you. If you believe that, it starts to become true.
Be the guy who embraces the ugly, miserable,
Be the guy who embraces hard
Fair
work.
play to you, Mousy.
Don't be afraid of being hurt. Don't be afraid of sacrificing.
Because, bro,
someone.
listen, like, compared to my channel, mate, listen, like, you're on 25,000 subs, bro, like, that's fucking unbelievable now. You know what you do in town? I'm gonna go on Piccadilly the odd day. I'm going in a couple of weeks, and I'm gonna do a stream yard in the gardens. Probably have a row with somebody, you know. Like I said, and hopefully bump into Billy or into Charlie. You know what I mean? I'm hoping I bump into fucking Billy before Charlie. I get it. I like Billy. I've a lot of time for Billy Moore, you know. But I've no time for Charlie Vet. Shout out to Stacey for ruining that fucker. How are you, Scott? Billy, he's a good fella, you know, Mousy. Like, he went to fucking Thailand, bro, and he fucked up, and he ended up getting locked up over there. You know, like, bro, man, I tell you, right, Scott, it even tell you, like, it's prehistoric. Do you understand? Over there, they have shackles on you and all, right? And no, what I fuck, bro, I respect Billy. I've a lot of time for Billy. You know, he's a scouser. He's a good fella, you know. Like, being there, done it, you know. But I read his book, right, A Prayer Before Dawn. And, you know, he was in shackles. Like, you know, on Mousy, you know them colonial shackles. Do you understand? It's like, over there, bro, right? There's a part in his book where he said, like, at first he couldn't sleep because, you know, the leg irons that they have on you, bro. You have two cuffs like that, and then you have a chain in the middle, you know, and they have them, you're like, it's handcuffed to your fucking shins, bro. Just down here, right? And can you imagine trying to get asleep in a cell where there's 70 other fucking Thai guys, and you're thinking, if I go asleep, my arse is in trouble. You know what I mean? But like I said, he's a tough guy, like, from Liverpool, you know, with a heart of gold. You know, I've a lot of time for Billy. It's the same with Lee Marvin Hitchman. You know, I've a lot of time for Lee too. You know, there's a lot of good people in the community, Mousy, but there's a lot of bad ones too. You know, Billy always comes to Manchester because he knows, like, he gets more content in this city than he does in his own. You know, but I've a lot of time for Billy. You know, a lot of time for him. And Joe. You know, his little brother Joe walks up in the McDonald's and talks it up where my lad lives, right? And he just go into your time, like, you know. Well, I'm not sure whether Joe is still working in McDonald's, but like I said, me lad goes into your time and says hello to him, you know. But Mousy, I appreciate you helping fucking the Irish lads, the Dublin lads. Look, me and you are on a few thousand. Your channel's 6-7 times bigger than mine. You know, you've got some Irish following, and I truly believe that once Jordan, Jono, and Jay get over 50 subs, like, Jordan's already, Jono is on like 90. He needs 10 for 100, you know, then Jordan, and then Jay, and then after that, I'm just going to do that. So the next three after this is going to be Scott, Straightjacket, and Mousy, and Spencer are the next three. You know, it's like I'm doing it, I'm trying to do it this way. Finn, Jono, Jordan, Jay, they're 4 dubs, the 4 horsemen right there, right? No, you can't. Then there's Spencer McDermott, there's Mousy, and the Straightjacket all the way in Australia. Now, them 3 people there, they'll be the next 3 that I'll share for 28 days. Because at the end of the day, there's some good people on here. You know, like I said, Jono is going out for lad today, and you know what, Mousy, right? Me and you are similar ages, right? You know, one of the best gifts you can give to your son is bringing fish in and him catch his first fish. Jono said to me yesterday, he said, I'm taking the lad out today and I'm going to try get him hooked. You know, like taking your child out, like feeding the ducks or fishing, you know, they like it. You know, kids, they'll either like it or they won't. You don't force it on them. You bring them, and if they get involved, they get involved. And my old man never took me to sea United or took me fishing or anything like that. And I said, you know, if I ever become a dad, I'll take my son to Old Trafford and I'll take him fishing. You know, and there's certain things only a man can learn his son. You know, like, but John, I wish you the best of luck today with your boy, but hear this. One of the biggest gifts you can give to your son is teaching him. Teaching him manners, morals, principles, ethics, loyalty, honesty, discretion. No need for the aggression. And I ain't messing. I could sit here effing Jeff and not stressing, but believe me, I can help you. Shout out to God, call it a blessing. Sorry to hear that, mate. Well, like I said, look, it's like we all have mums and dads, and it's like when they go, it takes a part of us, you know, like. Well, bro, listen, I'm the same as well. You know, how you've a guitar lesson in 20 minutes, get up out of that, Finn. Finn, it's working, bro. What me and Finn spoke about, I said, look, an Irishman helped me do 3 podcasts, and I was supposed to bring him on the other night, but I couldn't. Mousy, if I had to bring him Roland on the other night, my channel could have gotten fucking struck. Nah, Finn, I've been awake all fucking night, that's what it is. But it's good to see, Finn. It's catching fire. Like, I'm only one Irishman. I'm 2 subs away from 3,800. That means I'm 1,200 away from my target of 5,000. I'm 50 videos away from my target of 5,000 videos on this channel. But it's like the likes of Mousy and Sean Wayne and a few other guys in the community are helping me. They're sharing a few of the Dublin lads' channels, because once the Dublin lads hit 50 subs, like for instance, Jono is nearly on 100. Jordan, official Jordan and Jay Sprints, I'd like to see them on 52, because Jordan is making, here, Jordinho. Did you see Jordan's skills yesterday with that ball? I'm like, here, Jordinho, we have an Irish Brazilian. Fuck me. But anyway, it's just about building a few people together, you know, and I believe, like, this is my team, but Finn's like the captain of this ship. Like, when it comes to the Irish lads, you know, Finn, Jay, Jordan, and Jono. There's 4 horsemen there already, ready to tell their story to the world. You know, it's like Finn's flying. Finn's on 550 nearly. Jono's on 90. Jordan, I think, is on 30 odd. And Jay is on 46. And Scott, 1 second. Jordinho. But all jokes aside, it's like, I said this to Finn about 28 days, right? I said, Finn, give me 28 days and I'll do my best to help your channel. And all I did was put his channel in my description. And guys, if you have a channel and you want it to grow, put other people's name in the description. People that come in and out on my channel, and you'll start getting subs. Like I said, I have 3 weeks left to help Jono, Jay, and Jordan. We're only 7 days in. Like, Jono went from having 30 subs up to 80 in a few days. You know, so I know my way works, but what the likes of Mousy is fucking helping, sharing the lads' channels, you know, and this is what I've always wanted, you know, like I see Mousy from a mile away. I could see the goodness in him. It's like I can hear myself saying, get that fucking flag down here. Free Ireland. I'll hold me hands up. I used to say free Palestine. Free Ireland. How about that? Now, I was supposed to bring an Irishman on the other night who's from the north, and I couldn't bring him on because my channel would have gotten struck. I was in a person's channel last week, an Irish fella, and his name's Paul. And loads of the Irish lads were in there. Jono was in there. I'm sure Mousy was in there. His name is Paul. Paul something. He's a dub, and he does have a woman on his panel. But like I said, I think it's brilliant that the Irish... Paul Nolan, that's it. Finn, do you know if he's from Blue Bell or is he from the Liberties, the inner city? But I like his podcast. Like, I think he does them really well. But the truth be told, I was meant to bring an Irishman on, Ronan, to talk about Northern Ireland and what's going on at the moment, but I couldn't because it would have gotten me channel struck. I got a strike the other night. Someone reported me. It's a shame you need 2 more, darling. Like I said, I'm on this mission to help a few other Irish channels now. When I was a kid, before me brothers and my little sister was born, my father used to take me into a radio station and I used to fucking hate it. You know, I'm not joking you, I used to hate it. He'd say, Jane, I'm taking Jude for a lemonade after work. You know what? That was, like, see me dad, he used to say, he used to use me as an excuse. I'm bringing Jude for a Coke or an orange after work. He worked in Jervis Street Hospital at the time, right? You know what? And every weekend he'd take me. And from 8 years old to nearly 13, I learned how to use turntables and a mixer. You know, and my dad years ago had a CB, right? My father would have loved this, where you can come on a live, you can bring a person on and do a podcast with them. Like my dad interviewed Johnny Cash, you know, Jesus like that, Sinead O'Connor, you know, loads of Irish fucking celebrities. And I always, because I rebelled against me dad, I never wanted to be like him, but after he died and all, I said to myself, you know, my father would have been proud that I've gone back to music because I used to watch me dad, right, when I was a kid, and he'd be preparing for a set on a Sunday, and on a Saturday, he'd go through whatever records he had, he'd bring a few with him, and then when he got to the hospital, they had their own library of music. So it's like, he used to say things like music's your mate and stuff like that. And I didn't get it when I was young, but my dad had a CB before the internet was the internet. You know, you can talk to people all around the world, and he loved that. Christy Miller, yeah, probably an arsehole, mate. People can have a difference of opinion, which is the life works, but apart people due to not agree with their views. Is wrong in my eyes. Well, look, it is what it is. You know, sometimes, like, freedom of speech, like, you all know what I'm like, you know. It's like, and I think, like, if you ask the people that come in here that have been around me for 6 years, that know what I'm like, you know, I have strangers that have supported me more than some family members have. You know what I mean? It's like, because of me, I've helped a couple of people, and they're going to go on to help a couple of people. and they're going to go on to help a couple of people. And by the fucking time this fire is fucking extinguished, everybody on that bastard piece of paper there, it'll be on over 50 subs. It's only going to take me a year. You know what I mean? It's like, but and now I have fucking Mousy helping the Irish channels. I have a couple of other Irishmen helping. You know, because at the end of the day, nobody grows without help on here. Now, I don't charge people, right? Our principle. Now, you see Mousy, what Mousy does every day. Now, Mousy has every right, if he wanted, to charge people a $5 a month, and I'd pay it. It's like, in all fairness, and you learn a lot from him. Like, if you're a YouTuber and you're looking to go out into the city centre and, you know what I mean, looking for pointers, watch Mousy's lives and watch how he approaches people. People might judge me in this chat due to my name and photo. My mum was, well, your mum was Catholic, and I loved much as saw the woman I met. Well, mate, listen to Timothy. Hang on a minute. Relax a sec, bro. Listen. You're welcome in here, bro. My children are English. Do you understand? You don't listen. Everyone's welcome in here, brother. You know. And I don't care whether you're English, Irish, Protestant, Catholic, black, white, Nigerian, fucking Pakistani. It doesn't bother me what people. I choose any. You know, my dad's name was Danny. I've got a big fat, not a fanny. And shout out to my man in Birmingham, my man Yami. People say I'm lucky. Are you taking the piss, Jammy? Fuck off. Yeah, double whammy. Like I said, when I first come to England, I hated the English and I didn't even know them. It's because of the media. The media wants Irish and English to be at. They want us to hate each other. You know, the government, like I said, in Ireland, it's like, shout out to Mousy, right? He's a proper patriot, guys. And if you're not sub to his channel, at the end of the day, as far as I'm concerned, Mousy has the biggest and the best Irish channel in our circle. He goes out on a daily fucking basis all around town and he'll say, yeah, mate, what's it like in there? Like, and I'm like, this cunt, like, oh, you have to watch him at work. You know, he'll say something purposely to engage. Do you understand here, mate? I heard it's like a hotel in there, is that right? You know, and he doesn't give a bollocks. And I'll hold my hands up. Mousy's channel is my favourite channel on YouTube. You know, he's got the best Irish channel out there as far as I'm concerned. You know. And the fact that he's sharing a few people's channels, you know what I mean? That means a lot to me because we need more Irish channels on YouTube because the English control the narrative. But back to hatred then. I used to hate English people because of the news. Because of the people I used to surround myself with. Because of me family. Like I said, it's like propaganda in a way. I come to this country, yeah, and I had nothing. And I was an English black lady. That helped me. You know, like I was racist before I come to this country and I didn't even know a black person. That's how ignorant and how much of a bigot I was. And I had to change my ways. Like my mates will tell you, listen, see Jude, he wasn't a fucking idiot. Like, if he'd an issue with you, bro, he'd walk up to you and just punch it in your face. Because you made a mistake. And I grew up with some really fucking tough lads, you know, but I've learned a lot from them, you know, and a lot of my mates left school early, right? Some of them can't even spell early. Fabulous, it's probably worse in Scotland for that now than it is in Ireland. Well, bro, I'll be honest with you, right? You know, there's a lot of knife crime in Scotland, and knives scared the bollocks out of me, bro, you know, 'cause I have children, you know, and when I was 14, I was in a disco, you know, I was in having a piss in the toilet, and I come out. At the time, it was 11 o'clock at night, and this disco that I was in ended. And I come outside the disco, and in the alley, in the apartment lanes, there was a big circle of people. I thought there was a fight. So I brushed to the front. Here, I'm from Ballyfermot. I don't care. I'm not standing at the back here. That could be one of my mates. And it was one of my mates, and he was on the ground bleeding out his mouth and his nose. He was after being stabbed 3 times in the chest, but one of them pierced his heart. And by the time I got to him, there was a waterfall coming out of his water, his nose and his mouth. And he was like, Jude, I'm dying. I want me ma. Now, that you can take to the bank, Edinburgh. And he died. He got stabbed 3 times, and I wasn't there. And for years, he used to visit me. Just like that American Werewolf in London, where my man gets attacked by a wolf and he keeps seeing his dead mates. Well, that's my reality. I've had over 20 friends in Dublin fucking murdered, executed. You know, it's like I got away. I'm one of the lucky ones. You know, Mousy will tell you, Jordan will tell you, Jay will tell you, and Jordan will tell you about Cherry Orchard and how notorious it is. And I left a street corner, a petty fucking dealer, yeah? And 30 years later, it's evolved into a fucking cartel. And that's here. That's the media's words, not mine. But the thing is, I grew up with all them lads. Do you understand? I fucking smacked a few of them as well, and they smacked me. I got my ass beat loads of times up in Cherry Orchard. You know, before I become friends with all the lads, you had to fight them to earn their respect. You know what I mean? And it's just a man thing. You know, we use men. Do you understand? So what if you're bleeding good? You're alive. You know, like me mates, you know what we used to do? We used to play cards, and we jack it out to see who are fighting each other. You know, whoever got a jack, there was about 8 of us and 52 cards. Whoever got the jacks were having it. Do you understand with each other? But I'm over the moon. Mousy is helping a few of the lads because they're going to get there quicker. You know what I mean? And it's like I said, myself and Mousy are around the same age. And we've had a few similar life experiences, right? As your man saying, people are getting stabbed / jumped for wearing a football top walking past the pub. Bro, do you know what? I'll be honest with you, right? I've been shot. And I've allegedly shot my own brother, right? I'd sooner you shoot me than stab me, in all fairness. You know something, bro? If you pointed a gun at me, I'd laugh at you. But, bro, do you know, if you come towards me with a knife, I wouldn't be laughing, bro. I'd be scared. So I have to go into the defensive mode. So as soon as you get a foot away from me, I'm going to use my right foot and I'm going to crack you in your temple. And you're going to get cerebral edema. And this time I didn't mean it. You know. I remember kicking a fella years ago. I was out and Tottenham come to Manchester. It's like, and a lot of them had blades. The same with Cardiff, you know. Yeah, what did he call them up there? Soul Crew at the time. And a few of the lads out there firm, they used to carry fucking machetes. If you're going to have a fight with a man, fight with your hands. You know, put your knives down. You know what I mean? Fuck that. Like, if you're gonna have a fight, fight with your hands, because weapons, you know, now, see in the UK now, if you're caught with a knife, mate, it'll get fucking 5 years. You know, some of the kids on this housing estate carry guns, carry knives, carry fucking acid. Do you understand? To throw at you and shit, and fuck that, mate. See, the kids nowadays, they want to prove themselves to the bigger lads, you know, and it's fucking sad, because some of the bigger lads that have been there and done it should be saying to them, here, go to fucking school, or I will slap you. You know, like, it's sad that there's not many leaders in our communities that say, here, hang on a fucking minute, whoa. But up in Cherry Orchard here, it's very hard to become a law-abiding citizen when all your mates are crooks and villains. You got stabbed at 16. Do you know what, Timothy? That's what people say. It feels like that they've been punched. You know, I'm afraid of knives. I'm not gonna lie, bro. And you know, I'm gonna protect myself. If you come at me, bro, I have to protect myself, because me children, bro, depend on me, you know, and if I'm dead, you know, I'm not going to see my son grow up. I'm not. Good morning, Andrew. Like, at the end of the day, I just want to be here for my children, you know, because like I said, listen, there's a lot of kids out there just know anything about joint enterprise, guilty by association. I said it last night. I know a few kids off this housing estate. Hey, Andrew, and not just off this housing estate, off housing estates all around the world. You get 6 kids that go out. I'll tell you a story. 6 kids go to a disco. There's a fight after the disco. Someone gets stabbed, and all the lads get separated. 6 o'clock in the morning, the door goes in, right? Last night you were with people and a man got stabbed and ended up dead. It's called joint enterprise or guilty by association, and it's very hard to keep our kids on the right track, you know. And it's like I had to stand on me fucking son's neck in a way, you know, to keep him on the right track and make sure that he didn't pal around with kids that were going to get him into trouble, you know. So my son, lucky enough, you know, he ended up being a great kid, you know, growing up. He liked education and he ended up going to college, then to uni. You know, he's traveled around the world. He's been to Sri Lanka. He's been to a few places. You know, we went over there as an exchange student, you know, and he's seen a little bit of the world, and he's one of the best teachers I know. He's one of the best coaches I know. And his way works. He get results, my son. He didn't just get results, he got them funding. You know, and that is next level shit. You know, like, it's one thing to help a community, but it's another thing to help get them funding. Nothing for children to do these days. Ice discos at the weekends, fun swim. Remember when you played Kirby on the street? No shit, bro. We're not so different, mate. We used to call it Pats. Mousy, if you're still in here, what did we used to call that? Was it Pats? Where you throw the ball over, you know what I mean? Kirby, they call it, but we used to call it Pats. You know, nah, listen to me, guys. Kids copy what they say. Well, look, come here. I can't really talk on that because it's like, I love me clothes as well. I love me designer labels. It's like, and I'm very lucky. Like, I remember I went from being in a hostel, trying to end my life twice, to ending up becoming a father again and a granddaddy. You know, if you survive suicide, one day your kids are gonna be parents, and you're gonna be a granddad, and you're gonna miss that if you do anything silly. You know, there's loads of people. Listen, guys, if you've got mental health issues, there's loads of people out there. There's loads of organisations. There's the Samaritans. There's mental health phone lines. And if any of you are struggling, add me on Instagram, and I can give you a few of these helplines. A lot of people are afraid to be themselves and to talk about their feelings and their emotions on YouTube. Got to start from the bottom to progress. Amen to that, me. We're not so different, Timothy, you know. Like, everything in life is about progression, you know, and progressing, not messing, no stressing, or effing or jeffing. I can help you, call it a blessing, and every week check the lads' subs. They're going up and they'll keep you guessing. But like I said, I'm delighted Mousy is haunting the lads, fucking, you know what I mean, because Mousy's on like 25,000 subs, you know, like, as far as I'm concerned, like, I'd say to any Irish YouTuber out there that's starting off, that is going around the city centre and making content and what have you, doing what Mousy does, doing what Billy Moore does, you know, it's like Mousy is a prime example. And if you want to learn how to do YouTube and do fucking adventures in the city centre, watch Mousy's live, you know, watch his lives and just listen to him, you know. Like I said, I wouldn't have known who Mousy was only for Finn. I wouldn't have known who Jono was only for Finn. I wouldn't have known Jordan only for Finn. I wouldn't know Mr. Fable there only for Finn. I wouldn't know Daryl only for Finn. I wouldn't know Craig only for Finn. You see where I'm going with this? So Finn's one channel now. Look at all the Irishmen he's brought on board. Jono met Mousy in Limerick. Jono's channel will grow as well. Jono will be past 100 by the weekend. Jordan, hopefully, will be past his 50. Because Jordinio, that's your new nickname, bro. Jordinio. You know what I mean? See my man yesterday, like Pele, doing a Maradona. La, 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 la. Life is life. Now, listen, all jokes aside, it's like I need to be a bit more serious, you know, and I need to be, you know, I need to be careful what I'm saying on here sometimes, because in all fairness, I get it wrong sometimes, and I say the wrong thing, and on YouTube, you're expected to be psychic and know who people are, and, you know, but sometimes I have a wobble, you know, and everything in life is about forgiveness, you know, but you get some people in life that haven't got God in their life, so, you know, they need a bit of religion in their life. Well, Fable, that's the whole idea. You see, the English channels control the narrative on here, and a few years ago, my channel was stolen off me by a fucking Englishman. And it took me 4 years, yeah, and I only had 600 subs. Now, Finn, hey Alina, Finn is on 530 odd subs. Jay, Jordan, and Jono. So that's Finn, Jay, Jordan, and Jono. That's like 4 horsemen, right? Now, if I can fucking help a couple of people, and Finn can help a couple of people, when Jay, Jordan, and Jono start doing proper lives, they're gonna help people too. And by the time this experiment is over, there's gonna be a fucking football team of channels new in our community. And I'm all for that. And if people don't like me for that, fuck you. What are you doing for the community? Hey, taking their money. Yeah, why don't you fucking cancel your subscription fee for 1 month and make a short or two for your members, just to prove you care about them? You know, location unknown. Nah, bro, listen, everyone's welcome in here. Like you see, Ayrshire Chick, guys, if you're not sub to Lena's channel, can you go do it? Lena, honestly, you know all them bleeding things you tag me in, all them hunter groups. Holy shit, many of them are you in? Hey, many of them groups are you in? Give me a number, go on. And it wouldn't fucking surprise me. You're gonna say nearly over 100, I bet you. You know, I know I need to fucking send you a message on Instagram or on Facebook, honey. Over 50. Like, because, you know, sometimes I'll get a notification on YouTube and you'll tag me in one of the hunter groups. Lena, how brave, Eddie. But you know who my favourite is? Predator Exposure. I like Phil. You know, I reached out to Phil and I asked him, would he come on my chat one night? Now, he's like, quit your jibber jabber, sunshine, because you is fucked. You know, he says, tell you what then, listen, I'm going to give you one more chance, yeah, and I'm going to fuck off. But you better promise never to do it again. You know, and you go, I'm not doing it again. He go, shut your fucking mouth, you're going nowhere. He go like that, look, stick your tongue out. Good dog. You know, Lena, listen to me, we want to keep our kids safe. And, you know, kids nowadays, there's so many different apps that they go on. You know, I have a 10-year-old daughter, she goes on TikTok, and I'm not happy about it. You know, but, you know, it's like, because of technology, it's stolen our kids' childhood. And Timothy said something there before, and it just reminded me. Lena, Andrew, hello, Mr. 550. But Timothy said, can you remember playing Kirby, Lena? You know, when you throw the ball, when you're on your street, you know, you've played Kirby, haven't you, as a kid? We used to call it pats, where you throw the ball and it comes back to you, right? So, and a lot of the girls on the housing estate, hey, Machiavelli. So, a lot of kids on the housing estate, like, we used to have lampposts, right? And they'd be full of ropes. And all the girls that'd be on the corner, it'd be swinging around the pole. She's from Ayrshire like me. Well, Timothy, Lena is a good friend of mine, and she's Protestant, right? And she's proud to be Protestant. And you know what? If anybody said anything to her in my life, I'd remove them. Do you understand? Like, this is a team, and I'm a big brother, you know, and there's a couple of other lads that are like big brothers, mentors, whatever you want to call them, to people who are trying to grow their channel. Morning, Machiavelli. But it's like, the way I see things is, this is like a little community, and there's good people that come in and out of here, and 9 out of every 10 days, there's never any incidents in my life. You know, I won't allow distractions to interfere with what I do. And like I said, I've lit a fire, and Finn, Jono, Jay, and Jordan, like, there's 4 Dublin lads who are going to have successful channels. See, Jono will go like Finn. Trust me. In 21 more days, wait, you see Jono, right? Let's see how many subs we can get him. And it's the same with Jay. sprints. I told him, make as many videos as you can. You know what I mean? I said it to Jordan, and they're all listening to me, and it's working. Like I said, listen, it took me 4 years to get 600 subs when I first come on YouTube. Nobody helped me, you know, but I believe in the Dublin lads, you know, and I see a bit of myself in Finn, Jono, Jordan, and Jay. You know, like Jordan has an amazing story about coming off a certain medication. Being, yeah, I let him tell you. It's not for me. It's not my story to tell. But I tell you one thing. I admire Jono for what, and Lena for what he put their body through. Do you understand? On their mind. You know, I admire Lena for what she come off, and I admire Jono. You know, people can learn from them people. You know, if you're not sub to Airshare Chicks channel, can you do it? And yeah, guys, give fucking Timothy a fucking sub. Like I said, bro, as long as you're respectful to me, everybody's welcome in here, you know. And guys, if you're not sub to Mr. Fable, can you do it? Like I said, Mousy said he's gonna help a few of the Irish lads' channels, and that's fucking brilliant, man. You know, because once you get 50 subs, you open your own channel and you start getting a bit of confidence, you know. So I'm glad, you know, that a couple of other people are helping, you know, because I'm only one channel and I'm trying my best to share people's channels. Every video I make, I try put everyone's channel in my description, you know, because I believe that YouTube needs new faces, fresh faces, new meat, you know, new channels. And it's like, once you have your own channel, you can talk about your journey, you can talk about your mental health, you can talk about recovery, you can talk about addiction, you can talk about gardening, cooking, whatever you like, you know. But like I said, if we all help each other on this community, a few more channels will sprout up. Now, every video I make in my description, there's about 50 people's channels. I don't need to do this. But YouTube took the piss with me, and a couple of English channels took the piss with me. No names, Exposure TV, you little scouse midget. Yeah, you ain't afraid of Ben Hatcher, but you were afraid of me, weren't you? Hey, you wouldn't meet me, would you? For that coffee? La. Hey, I used to reach out to Expo when I first come on here, and he gave me a bit of advice, but then he broke the he crossed the line with me. You know, he said he felt sorry for me because I was on medication. You know, like I said, he said he felt sorry for me, but he wouldn't stand in front of me and say that. Gary, you're right there, lad. Jude, your fucking story, Jude, is explosive, Jude. I'm doing a wee podcast, Jude. You want to jump on board, Jude? You're quite welcome, you know. That's what he says to me. Now, listen, like I said, if you want your channel to grow, guys, if you make a video, if you want your YouTube channel to grow, I'll give you 3 tips, okay? Number 1, make as many videos and shorts as you can. And when you make your video and short, in your description, put in the people that you like and the people you get along with. In every video you make, every short you make, in your description, put a few of the Irish channels in, a few of the English channels, Scottish. Everybody's welcome in here. Like I said, Lena is Scottish Protestant. Okay, I don't care whether you're English, Irish, Scottish, fucking alien. As long as you're fucking respectful, you know, and you don't try trick on me. You know, I get along with most people that come in here. How are you, Eve? I'm grand. I'll be happier though when these are taken out. I was expecting it to happen yesterday, but he said to me when I got there, the dental lab sent over a bleeding email, and they had to make more molds in my mouth. So on the 2nd, I'm going to get them done. It's between the 2nd and the 5th. I know that. I just fucking the appointment's in there, but I'm not lying. Yesterday, you know what? In the Uber on the way in, I was fucking shitting myself. You know, like I know some of you might laugh at that, but to have all your teeth taken out, listen what's left of them. You know, I am scared. I'm not gonna lie. You know, but it's time. You know, it's like most of my life I was embarrassed to smile. You know, 'cause of me teeth. You know, and I always used to say I don't want to forget where I come from, and I'm like, you know what? Fuck where you come from. It's like I'm going to be a granddad again very soon. And when my grandson or granddaughter arrives, I want to have a smile. You know. But we're going on to the old Netflix, guys, you know, so just give me a second. Hang on. Let me see. But guys, I'm deadly serious about this. I believe in a few of the lads. In an affluent Argentine suburb, a woman is killed in bed, triggering rumours, theories, and intense media attention that nearly tore her family apart. Okay, we'll watch that. But now listen, if all the Irish lads get together, yeah, and start putting people's names in the descriptions of your videos. And number 3, you know your bio. If you make videos, yeah, let's say, and you get to 50 subs, it's like you can open your own channel. You can talk about whatever. It's like fucking, you know, like see Lena. Now Lena is fucking clued up, and like I said, you see Lena is gonna help the women's community on here. And guys, if you're not sub to Ayrshire Chick 75, could you do it? She's like my little sister. I'm like her brother. Do you understand? And she's my friend too. And she's Scottish Protestant. Does that bother me? Nope. Did it bother me when I first come to the UK? Yeah. Me and Lena wouldn't be friends, put it that way. But I grew up, you know, and only ignorant people think like that, you know. And I don't blame the English people for separating several counties in Ireland many years ago. You know, blood was lost in 1912, 1913. Our movement was called the Irish Republican Brotherhood, and in 3 years then it turned into the Irish Republican Army, and a lot of our comrades and a lot of fallen soldiers, like their fight was in vain, because look what Doyle Ireland's doing. I feel pain and I feel shame. Like what's going on in Ireland at the minute, I was supposed to bring a fella on, and like I said, my channel would have gotten struck. And I was weighing up my options, and I'm like, listen, I've unfinished business. Fuck the podcast. It's like I'm on here to finish a job, which is to see all them people on that paper getting 50 subs. So tell you what, how about this? My angle is to help as many Irish channels get past 50, and then we have loads of new channels in the Irish community. All I did was fucking help. Mousie's helping. And once Jordan and Jay get on 50, they're going to be doing lives. Do you understand? And they're going to bring their own audience in. But listen, I'm about to watch something, right? I'd like to thank you all for coming in. Jude McDonald is on, I'm dumb. Guramila Mahagutin, you come. Chucky Erla, Eringer Bra, yeah, here. Guys, I used to have an old channel, right, called Fighting Back United. Go over and check out my old channel and look how much weight I've lost. When I had that channel, you go look how big I was. I was like 15 stone. My kids got that for me over 3 years ago. Them 27 years represent the 27 years off heroin. You know, it's like, but unless you've gone through it, you won't understand it. You know, but like I said, education's always the way forward. And if you can help somebody, like I said, a lot of lads and women that come in and out of here have alcohol issues, have drug issues, have mental health issues. But hear this, everybody is welcome in my channel. All I ask is one thing, for you to be respectful, that's it. You know, but the way I see it is, if you're a woman and you need advice about YouTube, Lena is that woman. Do you understand? And soon, Lena will open a fucking channel to empower women. You know, Finn is flying the flag high for us. Mousy is, Finn is, Jono is, Jordan will, and Jay will. And like I said, Builder and they will come. Jude McDonald is on, I'm dumb. Guramila Mahagutin, you come. Chucky Erla, Erin Gabra, Oglan Erin. And shout out to you, la. Bugle, see the fuck she is. Sit the fuck down. Cunis, shh. Cunis, Guramila Mahagut. And again, Cade Mila Fortune. Thank you, everybody, for coming in. I'll see you this afternoon sometime, right? Listen, Finn will probably be going live. Mousy could be going live. Jono could be going live. You know, it's happening. And I'm glad I'm a part of it, you know, because there's a lot of us coming together, not just the Irish. We've got a good community of people that come in and out of here, and it's like a little family, you know, and we all have respect for each other, okay? Otherwise, rude people will be removed. But anyway, guys, take care. I'll see you later. We out. Will you close your bowsy?